Hello everybody, I'm Allie, this is Miro, and today we are going to talk about a way to move the forehand, which is button number 1, which is the front end of the horse. Button number 1, again, is going to be in front of the girth. Now, we are going to be practicing with our show equipment, so we're going to see how well that works, and we're going to be using a halter because we are going to work on indirect rein and button number 1, cue on the ground. All right, so what we're going to do and how we're going to use the halter here is we're going to use our saddle horn as our rein. So we're actually going to make this into an indirect rein. Now a direct rein would be pulling from the opposite side. Indirect is running right here against the horse's neck. Now we want it to run pretty close to that line where the horse's neck is, and we want to add button number 1 right here. Now we need to be, our body position needs to be right here in between the shoulder and the pole or the back of the neck. So my hand is going to be up to act as a buffer, and I'm going to be able to hold my hand, add button number 1, and get a crossover with that inside foot. But at the same time, if the horse starts forward motion, I can give a little bit of a release. So it's button number 1. See, he's walking forward, so I can pull him back, add button number 1, and I can get a better crossover. So this is one way if your horse is being a little bit stiff and you want to try it. Come on. See, he's walked off from me, so now I can back him up, back, come on, give him to back, and give to it. There we go. Now I can add a little bit more indirect rein because I can add a little bit more. So this is more of a training. Ooh, ooh. He's walking forward. This is different for him. Ooh. And if I need to, I can directly pull him backward because my hand's already up here. So this is a learning. There we go. So that was much better. Now, we're going to talk about if we're not working well with cues, we need to work on getting the horse to move just with more direct pressure. So you may have to move the horse back a little bit to keep them from walking forward. So in that case, your hand goes back and then you add the pressure right up here at the shoulder. So it's a little swing. There you go. He walked forward. Ready? Back and swing. There you go. Until he's nice and easy with it. He's moving. There we go. Now he's moving away from it. A little bit easier. And I'm getting that indirect rein pressure a little bit better. So you can use your saddle horn or you can use your hand to bump and pull back with that indirect rein if that's what you need to do. But remember, you need to repeat this exercise until it runs really nice and smooth. So now Johnny and Sedona are going to use the indirect rein method over the saddle horn to help loosen up those forequarters. So ready? Whenever you're ready, okay. You're going to get a cross. Good. Cross. Good. Now remember to release. There you go. There you go.
Ooh, good girl.
That was really good. She did a great job on that. Now, take the rein out from around the saddle horn, and then we're going to try it with the other method where you are just not using the saddle horn. You're just going to do the indirect rein with your arm and your hand. So your arm is going to be right about here where your rein would be, and make sure if she steps forward that you can handle that. All right, ready? Well, you got to manage your slack. So your slack is not managed that way. Make sure it's a nice, easy loop. There you go. That works well. All right, button number 1 in front of the girth. You're going to step forward. Now release. Good. Good. Pull back, release. Pull back, release. Pull back, release. Good.
Ooh.
Excellent. Now what we do on one side, we're going to go with both methods. One is over the saddle horn for our indirect rein, and the other is going to be just using your arm and using Your hand is a direct rein. Now, if your stirrup is all messed up like that, it's not really going to work real well. So make sure that all your stirrup and your saddle position and everything is right before we start. Okay, so remember, safe zone number 1 with your feet. Look down, and you're going to find that cross. Ready? Now add button number 1 until she gets, there you go. Make sure you release. So that's not a good cross, so keep going. That was a decent cross. Stop. That was a decent cross. Release. Okay. Very good. Now she's getting that concept. Now we're going to go with the opposite method. Now you want a very short area. So you want from your elbow, so right now that's too long. Put your elbow right here at the knot. There you go. Now you have control and you can use your own hand and the rein as a direct rein. Now look at where you've got that though. It needs to come up and under. Ready? Because it has, you're pushing it over you. So actually, you want to hold it this way. See there? So the rein touches the horse before your hand. Does that make sense? Okay, now make a fist, and you're going to keep that hand pointed right here in between your pommel and your jockey, okay? Ready? Look down. Add button number 1. There you go. Good. Button number 1, release. Button number 1, release. 1, release. 1, release. Stand up straight, chin up. Good girl. Very good. Now that was 2 methods using button number 1 and indirect rein to help you neck rein with your horse. For joining us on today's lesson, and if you enjoyed the lesson, give us a like. And if you want to see more, check out our playlist.